Questions are bound to get a little dirty sometimes. I'm going to give you an example of one right now. So say you had 2 over 3, and that's in brackets, and it's squared, and that's divided by 11 over 18. The first thing you have to do, according to BEDMAS, is do your brackets first. Well, in the bracket, you don't have anything that you can do. 2 over 3 is fully reduced. But the exponent of a square can be completed. So 2 over 3 squared is 2 over 3 times 2 over 3. That we can break down immediately and get that into 4 over 9. That must be divided by 11 over 18. We cannot divide. We must convert all division to multiplication. The first fraction stays exactly the same, 4 over 9. The divide changes operation to multiplication, and the second fraction must always invert. So 18 over 11. Now any cancellations are possible. You can do those first. For example, I see a 9. Divided goes into 9 once, and 9 goes into 18 twice. What you're left with is 4 times 2, which is 8, over 1 times 11, which is 11. So you get 8 elevenths for your final answer. Here's a more challenging one. So say you had 4 over 3 divided by, then a bracket with 3 over 5 minus 3 over 10. End of brackets. Your job is to follow the orders of operations. So brackets first. In this bracket we have a subtraction, and all subtraction questions must have a common denominator. A denominator of a 10 and a denominator of a 5, the lowest common multiple that they both go into is 10. So the second fraction would remain exactly the same. 3/10 is equivalent to 3/10. If I change 3/5 into tenths, 5 goes into 10 twice. So 2 times 3 gives you 6. So 6/10 is equivalent to 3/5. And now I can complete that step. So I'm going to do the bracket. I'm going to get it down to one fraction. 6/10 minus 3/10 is going to leave me with 3/10. That bracket really is no longer necessary because everything inside of it's complete. So 3/10 is the second portion. 4/3 divided by 3/10. I need to convert that into a multiplication question. So I'm going to take 4/3, rewrite it, change divide to multiply, and invert the 10 over the 3. And now my new fraction will be the product of, can the 10 and 3 reduce? No. Can the 4 and the 3 reduce? Can the 10 and 3 on top, 4 and 3 on the bottom? No, no, no. You're left with 40 over 9. 9 goes into 40 4 times, 36. So 36 from 40 is a remainder of 4. So no matter what kind of question that you see, if it has brackets and exponents, add, subtract, multiply, and divide, you have to follow the same rules step by step by step. This next example is taken from your booklet. In this question you should see a multiplication, an addition, and a division. In terms of priority, multiplication and division must come before the addition. Now you do not have to do the division first. BEDMAS does not imply division first. It says multiplication and division have the same level of priority. So I'm going to first of all do the multiplication. If you want to multiply first across the tops, you could. You're going to get 2 over 12. Of course, we know that can break down to a 1 over a 6. We're going to add to that what we get for the second step. If you want to use brackets, you can, just to kind of group this second bit together. I need to change my divide to a multiply, and I need to flip the second fraction over. 15 over 14. So then, I can work on my head, or I can work on the paper, whatever works for you. But I see 2 and 14 are reducible. 2 goes into 2 once, 2 goes into 14 7 times. 5 goes into 5 once, 5 goes into 15 3 times. The remaining product is 1 times 3, which is 3, and 1 times 7, which is 7. Now you must find a common denominator, and 7 is a prime number, and 6 is a factor of 2 and 3, so the product of 6 and 7 is the lowest common denominator. 7 goes into 42 6 times, so 3 times 6 is 18. 6 goes into 42 7 times, so 7 times 1, which is 7. So 7 and 18 is 25 over 42. And that is in lowest terms, because 25 is only divisible by 5, and 5 does not go into 42. So follow your steps. Brackets first, then your exponents. Multiply and or divide left to right, and then adding and subtracting left to right.